If you're looking for information on mortgage brokers, you've come to the right place. That's the topic of today's video. Stay tuned to the end because as always, I have all the scoop for you. Welcome to your one-stop shop for anything and everything mortgage education. My name is Stephanie Weeks, and I have helped thousands and thousands of customers with their mortgage financing. I've been a loan officer for 17 years, recognized in the top 1% of loan officers in production for the past several years in a row by Mortgage Executive Magazine. I also have been recognized by the Scotsman Guide of Top Originators. I drop new videos every Tuesday and every Saturday. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to be notified, and don't forget to share with your friends and family. I've broken this video down into a few steps. I believe the process of elimination is the best way to explain something. So I've broken it down by going through a bank versus a mortgage lender versus a mortgage broker. And that way we can talk about mortgage broker, we can loop it all back together and make some sense of this stuff. A bank. With a bank, as you probably know, there are a multitude of products that they have. They can do your mortgage for you, they can do first mortgage, they can do second mortgage. They can give you a credit card, they can give you a checking account, a savings account, maybe they can manage your money. There's all these different things that a bank can do, with the mortgage being one of them. And that mortgage, what they do is most of the time, the banks will lend their own money and then even service that product, which means they won't sell your loan to someone else. And that means a lot to some people. Not all banks are that way, but that's how a lot of the banks are. Why am I telling you this? Because if I have a big pot of money, I am gonna make all my own rules and I'm gonna charge you what I wanna charge you on that money, and you can take it or you can leave it. That's how it works. I've got one bucket and these are the rules. That's kind of how I view a bank as a mortgage company. You can't be good at everything, but you can be really good at one or two things. I am all about the banks when it comes to checking accounts and savings accounts and credit cards and things like that. But I don't always think that the best option is going to be to go to a bank because I've got that, remember, that one bucket of money, that one set of rules, that take it or leave it kind of mentality. Not a lot of products, not a lot of options, generally speaking. Let's compare that to a mortgage lender. A mortgage lender does mortgages. They don't do credit cards. Most of the time, they don't do even second mortgages. They just do first mortgages. They're not going to give you a checking account. They're not going to give you a savings account. They are going to help you with mortgage financing. A lot of times, mortgage lenders do not service their loans. That means that they're going to close your loan and they're going to sell the servicing to somewhere else or someone else. They could have a portfolio where they have 2 servicers and they could have 20 servicers. Let's take the 20 servicers just as a good example to compare to the bank. With the mortgage company having potentially 20 places to go, that is potentially 20 different set of rates, 20 different set of options, 20 different set of requirements and restrictions, and 20 different boxes to choose from. So one servicer might be really good at one loan type, and another servicer might be really good at another loan type, and another servicer might give really, really good rates for these certain types of borrowers. That sure does open up a lot of diversification, a lot of different options for the mortgage lender to be able to help me as the consumer looking for a mortgage. With the bank, they take on a lot of risk and they're lending their own money and they do not want you to default, and there's all kinds of problems if you default on that loan. And it's very similar with a mortgage lender. They're lending their own money, and just like the bank, they are on the hook. If they give you $200,000 and you default, probably $200,000 will be debited from their bank account. That gets complicated, even a little bit over my head too. But that's kind of somewhat how it goes, right? So they have a lot of vested interest. They are really, really putting themselves out there, really, really putting themselves on the hook. Let's go through the third tier that we're talking about today, and that's going to be a mortgage broker. When it comes to mortgage brokers, that is a little bit different. They don't just have the one bucket like the bank. They don't just have the one set of rules like the bank. They're not lending their very own money like the bank or like the mortgage company, but they do have buckets and they do have options. With a mortgage broker, they're basically a middleman. They are a broker that is putting you, Mr. Borrower, in touch with a mortgage company, Mr. Mortgage Company, or Miss Mortgage Company, shall I say, and offering with those different companies that they can broker to. They have different sets of rates, different sets of options, different sets of specialties, and a lot of different buckets to choose from. There's less liability for that mortgage broker. If you default on your loan just because something happens in your life, nothing was done wrong, that mortgage broker's bank account is not going to get debited for that loan amount. Like the bank would be totally on the hook, or the mortgage lender might be totally on the hook as well. It's a little bit different, a little less skin in the game, shall I say. You find what's right for you. You find what's right for your need. You find who's going to work with you, take good care of you. You find who's going to give you the best deal possible. You find who's going to work hard for you, and you find who's got that best option. Me personally, I bought my first house at 18 years old. I personally have had several mortgages. I've bought and sold lots of properties. I started early, and I have used them all. I have used credit unions, which we didn't touch on because I don't know too much about them. I have used banks. I have used mortgage brokers, and I have used mortgage lenders. There is a different fit in each moment of your life or each situation for each individual borrower. Do your best. Make your best decision. Go with your gut, like I always say, and just pick what you think is going to work for you. If you would like today's free download, check that out. I'm going to put the link in the description below. Type yes, a big YES in the comments below if this video has made some sense to you. And always give me your feedback. I love hearing from you. I love hearing your suggested topics. I love hearing how these videos help you. It really, really fuels my soul. Thank you. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed yet, why not? Go ahead and do it. What's it gonna hurt? Seriously though, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the bell to be notified. Please do share these videos and the channel with your friends and family to help me spread my mission of mortgage peace. And since you're here with me today and you're visiting anyway, stay a little longer. Check out some of these other videos. I'll drop some links up here.